This book is absolutely amazing, very powerful, actually. It's a book called 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. You may have heard of it. It's a very popular book, actually. He also wrote, the author, Robert Greene, also wrote The Art of Seduction. And I know that's pretty popular also. But yeah, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm trying to get back into books and I want to buy a book that's very intriguing. I want to buy a book that I know I'll potentially love and enjoy instead of a book that I might enjoy and then I'm bored. So I thought, you know what? Let me go for a safe option, right? And I bought this book. And I am absolutely impressed so far for good reason. I mean, as I was reading this, I was also relating it to my own life experiences, right? I mean, law one is to do with never outshining the master, which is actually a chapter or a law that I skipped due to the fact that I am my own boss. If I was in an office job or I was working as a waiter or I had somebody above me, then yeah, this law would be very useful. But in my current position, I don't really see myself making use of the information in that chapter too much, so I skipped that one until I saw law number 2: never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. And I thought to myself, that is interesting. A lot of people would be like, no, but I would trust my friends. So why would I ever think about trusting anyone else other than my friends or family? And you couldn't be more wrong. And the book went deeply into that. I believe, I'm paraphrasing, I believe the book said something along the lines of the fact that your friends, there is always room for envy, jealousy. You know each other, so there's also room for leniency. Compared to an enemy has something to prove. An enemy is the type of person that will make sure that they're doing the best that they can. Like if you're giving them a task, hey, do this task. They're like, you know what? I'm going to prove that I can do this task very well. Actually, so well, you're going to be blown away because I'm that good. Again, I'm paraphrasing here, and again, I may not be saying this in the best light possible, but that is pretty much almost the gist of it. In fact, it made me think of a time where I had a business before this thing, and I was doing sales. I was a social media manager, yeah. And my niche was restaurants, and I was contacting, cold emailing, messaging restaurants, and long story short, one of them ended up saying yes, happy days. And I thought to myself, you know what, okay, cool. This restaurant needs traction. They need to promote themselves on social media. That's where I come in. I'm going to do the dirty work, the back end work to help them, gain growth, especially with young people who are always on social media, right? And they didn't have much pictures, but thankfully, conveniently at the time, I had a friend, very close friend of mine who I'd known for quite a while. He had a professional camera and he takes professional pictures, especially food pictures. So I'm like, okay, put two and two together. It makes sense that I employ him. I take him under my wing. And then me and him would basically run this business together with me, of course, doing more of the work. Well, he just basically just takes pictures and sends them to me. And because of that, because he was also my friend, I stupidly, naively said that we would just split it 50-50 when we get paid. Which was pretty stupid because I was doing more of the work, but because he was my friend, I was kind of like, you know what, let's do this. I was being a bit lenient, and yeah, it was my mistake. That was mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 was even trusting him. Just like how it says in this book, never trust your friends, right? Instead of hiring someone on Upwork or Fiverr or any of those kind of sites, I decided to hire him. And he did the work for like a week or 2 very well. You know, he got it done. But then after a while, because he was my friend, he started getting lenient. He started getting a bit laissez-faire, to the point where he started slacking off. He thought, oh, I'm going to do it. And he never ended up doing it. And long story short, he was part of the reason as to why the business failed, why the business ended. Because, yeah, it just didn't work. I put too much faith. I put too much trust in him. And things just ended up going our way or my way. So yeah, that was mistake number 2. Yeah, I should have hired someone else. I guess I could have hired an enemy, because at least at that point, keep friends for friends. and keep work for work, keep work colleagues for work specifically, because at least there's less friction or less potential friction due to the fact that when it comes to friends, deep down, there is also a sense of competition, envy, even jealousy as well. So that's the thing when it comes to human nature. You can never truly know someone's intentions, which is actually pretty interesting given the fact that another law, the third law within this book, is called conceal your intentions, which I also agree with, as it links back to a previous video I've made on just the fact that no one should be talking so much. Conceal your intentions, or just stop talking as much as you do, especially about yourself, especially. But this law actually went deeper into that whole psychology of what it means to be present, what it means to talk or listen more than talk, or just diversions, smoke screens. Yeah, it's very dark. Let's just say that. Quite dark, manipulative, dark, psychological tactics thrown here in this book, which I actually quite enjoy because it's dark, right? Quite intriguing because no one else is just going to tell you those things, right? So, yeah. But other than that, yeah, I love this book. I just thought I'd come in here and say this. Pick up books, definitely. Pick up this book. It's really cool. It's really amazing. I might not be selling this the best, but yeah, actually, it even teaches you how to seduce as well. It actually comes under the law of Law 3, conceal your intentions. It teaches you a lot more than just manipulation tactics and whatnot. I find it very intriguing, but just the fact that a lot of those laws actually work, and the fact that I can relate to it is what makes it a lot more interesting for me, given the fact that I can definitely relate and I can definitely think back to times where I was in the wrong and how I should have used this law in that situation, how it could have benefited me in that situation. So yeah, pick up books, get into the habit of reading, writing, journaling, creating, learning, whatever. And yeah, watch your life change for the better. Honestly, I'm going to implement some of those rules and update you guys on how it goes. But yeah, thank you for watching. It's a short one, but bye.